What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Good Game Reviews. Oh man, uh, I don't think I sat down once during the. No, I think I did, but probably once. Pretty much the whole game, I was just standing on my feet, so my feet hurt. So I'm glad to be sitting down in my chair right now. Welcome back. We are done with week 16, or at least the Patriots are done with week 16. Still got games on Sunday to look forward to, so that's a treat. But Bills at Patriots, week 16 matchup. Final score 24-17. Patriots win. Like I said in the prediction, they was pretty much gonna have to squeak out a good win here. It wasn't gonna be anything easy, not by a long shot, not with this team. The Bills are definitely for real. And even though they lost, I still think they proved that tonight. They are definitely for real. They are definitely a team that other teams in the AFC need to watch out for. Yeah, but Patriots get the win on that. Let's go ahead and get into the good. Tom Brady. I love talk. It's been difficult to hear different, sports analysts and talking heads talk about, how bad Brady's been playing. And while there's some truth to that, I mean, you look around at what he has, and you look at like you know, the game plans that they've gone out there with, and I mean, what more do you want from him? He's doing all he can. I've said this numerous weeks. He's doing what he can with what he has, and this week this game it was no different. But the difference is it looked a lot better. It looked way better than it has. Way better than the Bengals. Way better than the Kansas City loss. Way better than the Cowboys win or whatever. He just looked better in this game, and this is actually a statement. And I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a statement. This win against the Bills, because this Bills has a incredible defense. They have a really really good defense, and for him to put up these numbers against this defense, first of all, a big improvement from his Week 4 performance that he had at Buffalo. Look at this: 26 for 33, 271 yards, averaged 8.2, one touchdown, 0 interceptions. So he stays clean in this game, and a pass rating of 111. Man, that is the best rating that I have seen in weeks. And I'm trying to go back through weeks and see if there's anything even close to that. I think the last thing that was even close to that was probably that win against the Browns. That's it. I'm literally going back through every single game that I can find, and I do not see anything close to that. Nothing. Nothing. Not even not the earlier stuff, not the week 3 performance. This is amazing. So the fact that he was able to get it done like this, the fact that he was able to look really good in this game, hopefully that shuts some people up. But we'll have to see. Maybe they'll go back to downing on the Bills, because we all know if the Bills would have won this game, it would have been nothing but praise for the Bills, and everything in the world is wrong with Brady. But somehow they're going to find a way to make the Bills look slow. So sometimes you can't win. Sometimes you just got to take what you can get. as far as the running game, Sony Michel had a really good day. 21 carries for 96 yards. Very, very nice. Um, 4.6 on the ground. Again, very, very nice. They have awakened something. I don't know what it is with this running game with Sony Michel in it. They have awakened something late in the season, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Marvelous. No touchdowns still, but the good thing is he's getting it done on the ground. He's finding ways to, get those extra yards. He had the long 25 yard run. I mean, he's starting to get back into that playoff mode that he kind of was in last season, where he was, just running over everybody and uh, putting up a performance which I think would have been worthy of a Super Bowl MVP performance. Seeing that he got the only score of the Super Bowl and had 3 in one game and 2 in the other, but it's whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, he's definitely getting back into form. Rex Burkhead. Speaking of getting back into form, man. I mean, you wouldn't know it because he only had the 5 carries for 20 yards. Only he averaged 4. He had the touchdown, but you can definitely see it that he is, as far as like just the like as far as like a strong runner. Sony Michel, he's a strong runner in my opinion, but Rex Burkhead has looked just like a beast. Pretty much these past few weeks, he has. I don't know if he's getting healthy or something. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's finally getting healthy. Maybe we're seeing Rex Burkhead at full 100% health. But man, he is definitely coming into form himself, and he is running this ball. And that touchdown, like just knocking off 2 guys to just power it into the end zone. Man, I mean, Rex Burkhead. I mean, and he had the fumble early in the game, which put the Patriots in a bad spot. He fumbled it in the Patriots territory. The Bills ended up capitalizing on it, getting 3 points. But I wasn't going to hold that too much against him because I knew like if he got any more opportunities, he wasn't going to do that again. Usually, if you see him do it in a game, you're pretty much only going to see it one time because once he gets the ball, you're not going to see him drop it again like that. I've seen games where he drops it, but not multiple times. It'll be like one time out like every blue moon, and after that, he's just back to his regular self running the ball. As far as the receiving goes, Rex Burkhead makes it again in the receiving, 4 for 4. 4 targets, 4 receptions. Led the team in receiving yards, 77 receiving yards, man. Averaged 19.3. I think that had more to do. I think that kind of that wheel route probably contributed to it. The nice fake out. They had a lot of good trick plays in this game. I don't know if you want to call them trick plays. Just very creative plays that they had in this game, and they definitely found ways to get Rex Burkhead involved with these screens and everything. And I mean, it just worked out, and he had himself a good game. He had himself a really good game. It appeared that James White went down with an injury, so maybe that's why Rex Burkhead was able to get, a lot more, just opportunities in this game. Hopefully James White isn't too hobbled. Hopefully this is just a minor, like he was just shaking up a little bit, and he'll be good for next week. Because I mean, we're gonna need everything we have to finish out this season, so we can get that guaranteed second seed. But hopefully he's okay. But Rex Burkhead definitely stepped in, and he brought it. Julian Edelman once again had himself a good game. Went out at one point. Didn't know he was gonna come back. He had the head injury. We knew coming into this game he was just hobbled, and he just continues to fight through it week by week, game after game. Truly just the toughest guy on the field. 6 targets, 5 receptions, 72 yards, average 14.4. Came like the very next play when he comes back into the game, the first thing he does is get a 30-yard reception, catches the ball, gets some nice yak. I mean, this guy is just he literally is the heart of this team. He really is the heart of this team, and when he gets going and that train gets pumping, I mean, you already know that it's going to be a good drive. I decided to go ahead and put in Jacoby Myers because he had 3 targets and he had 3 receptions, so he caught all of his balls. He had just 25 yards on the whole game, averaged 8.3. So nothing like too impressive with that. I just like the fact that he caught all of his balls. He didn't drop anything. So kudos to Myers. Um, as far as the defense goes, I have 4 names on the list, but I could throw in 5. J.C. Jackson, uh, he wasn't like perfect. He wasn't just like just locked down all the time throughout the game. But when it came to certain moments, he definitely delivered, especially at the end. It is just so wonderful to have all of these great cornerbacks, and I mean, it's just Bill Belichick knows how to pick those corners, man. He just knows how to pick those corners, and J.C. Jackson is definitely an undrafted steal. I mean, he really is, man. He really is a steal. Um, but as far as the guys that I got on my list, Lawrence Guy, 6 total tackles, 3 assists, 1 sack. Hightower had him 1.5 sacks. John Simon had a sack. Adam Butler had a half of sack. So it's always nice to be able to get to the quarterback, and especially in those crucial moments like it was with Hightower and Butler, getting to him when it all counted, when we knew that the Bills were going for the score. They get into the back of the end zone, get them down for loss of 6. So those are the plays that you really like, that you really want when you want them throughout the whole game, but especially in those crunch time moments when it comes down to the wire, those are the things that you want to see. As far as kick returns, and this is my first time even putting kick returns on the list. I don't think I put kick returns in the whole season, but I put it in this game. Brandon Bolden had 3 returns, 75 yards, average 25, had a long of 34, no touchdowns, but yeah. Yeah, that's my first time even putting kick returns on there. So kudos to Brandon Bolden because he had a nice return day. And speaking of more special teams players, we have Nick Folk. Oh my goodness, all the jokes I have to admit I've made jokes after jokes about Nick Folk. Didn't mean around there, but I mean, to be fair, Nick Folk has had kind of a sloppy career, but his time with the Patriots has been anything but, and especially with this game, 3 for 3 on his field goals, 1 for 1 on the extra point. He kicked alone for 51. And not only did he make the 51-yard field goal, he drilled it straight down the middle. I mean, Nick Folk, where have you been? Where have you been, man? Come on. With every good, you're always going to have some bad. You're always going to have some things that you got to improve on going into the next game. And I have a short list, but I have a list all the same. So let's go ahead and get into the bad. The first thing I wanted to talk about was they let the Bills convert on these 3rd and longs, man. I don't care how many 3rd and long situations you have. If you are the best defense in the league, if you have the best secondary in the league, you do not let them convert on a 3rd and long. Okay? No, I don't care how good they are. A 3rd and long situation, you have the best defense. Show it right there and then by either keeping them at a 4th and long, or at least just getting the 4th down. Don't let them convert on the 3rd and long. Please don't let them convert on the 3rd and long. I mean, Oh, it made me sick watching Beasley catch that ball. Oh man, man, that made me sick. But yeah, I mean that's really my concern. Just don't let these teams convert on these thirds and longs because you're too good to let these teams convert on third and longs. Um, Another thing is you have to get better at these kickoff returns as far as stopping them. Now it was an all right effort this game, but there was a moment where I thought like he had a chance, but they stopped him. They stopped him, but I mean you just like it's all about that field positioning. I mean you can never have is I mean there's never a drive where you don't want to have good field position, and the key to that is if you're kicking off the ball, try to pin them at the 20 at least. I mean, and if so, go ahead and kick it out, kick it into the end zone, so they have to start at the 25. Just don't let them have good field position, because that's how you put yourselves in holes that you don't really need to be in. But that was really the only thing I had to say about as far as the kickoff returns. But for the most part, they did a good job on not only the kickoff returns, but uh, just the punting duties in general. So it was a good performance on that part. Last, Cole Beasley had a field day. I want to say 108 yards. Look, Cole Beasley is good, but he ain't no 108 yards on the New England Patriots secondary good. I know their objective was to take away. It had to been to take away John Brown. It had to been to eliminate anything that Singletary would have gave him. I know those were probably like the two main guys that they was trying to limit. Also trying to limit anything that Josh Allen was able to do on his legs, taking away those deep balls. I think that was pretty much the thing. They just wanted to take away the deep ball. They got burnt on a 53-yarder though by John Brown. I mean, that touchdown, ugh. I don't know what went wrong on that assignment. I don't know how they allowed that to happen. But I mean, we know Josh Allen has a strong arm, so you have to be able to watch. I mean, you have to watch out for those type of things because he's gonna go after it. If he sees it, he's gonna hit it. Uh, but I know that's what the Patriots were mainly trying to do, is trying to take away those long throws because they know that Josh Allen loves to get those long throws. So maybe that opened up some things for Beasley. I believe JC was on Beasley for most of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was JC who was on Beasley for most of the game. So, um, yeah, I mean that was pretty much it as far as those two guys. But for the most part, they did a good job. It was just that Beasley just had like a really good game, and he didn't score, so thank goodness for that. But hey, you got I believe the loss of Jonathan Jones, plays a big part in that. So I mean, you could chalk it up to that because as he was inactive for this game. So those slot duties went to other guys. I think Jawan Williams was out there at one point. So he didn't have a lot of snaps, but he was out there at one point. So if Jonathan Jones is able to come back healthy, I think the best thing would be to go ahead and sit him for next game and wait until the playoffs come, and hopefully he'll be ready for that. But with those groin injuries, I mean, you never know. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I had to say for this game. Um, Overall, a great game, just a great overall game. I already knew that this was going to be the best game of the day. Right now, I believe that the 49ers Rams game is going on right now, so I'll go jump back and see what goes on with that game. But in my opinion, I think the best game of the day has already been played. So Patriots, they squeak out the win on to Week 17 against the Dolphins at home. Contrary to belief, this is an important game. The Patriots have to win. They cannot just, sleep on the Dolphins and end up
giving up a win. They have to go and get this win if they want to secure that second round. I mean, not second round, but that's that number 2 seed spot. So, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, I'm out.